all of your contributions to Holy Blossom. But I always like to look at the silver linings since we had to close our beautiful building. And at one point, there were 107 participants in services today, but also really here to be here for you. And 107 does not mean 107 people, because I counted at least 23 other people in addition, and that's because people on pages 4 and 5 did not have their videos up during the service. So there are so many people here to celebrate you and to thank you for everything that you have done here at Holy Blossom. And don't forget to also look at the chat conversation, because there are some very beautiful Yasher Koachs and Mazel Tovs that have been written to you. There's over 16 right now, so make sure everybody you check that out, and especially Hope. But let me just say one more thing, and I want you to know that Rabbi Splansky and I didn't plan this together. There is this saying that behind every great or successful man is a woman, and I have never been a fan of that expression. I think there's a different way that we look at women, and obviously not someone who is behind such an incredible moon and sun, as Rabbi Splansky has described your relationship with Cantor Meisner, but really to look at you because you are a wise woman, a confident woman, a supportive woman. And that is why this tribute and toast is to you. You will hear from many others, besides being an incredible wife and outstanding mother to your 3 children and grandmother to all of your children, what you have done to sisterhood and especially the Judaica shop. I know personally how you have gone to Israel many times to pick out special items from Israel that we at Holy Blossom could buy and have in our homes from Israel. And so this is my opportunity to really thank you for all of your time and dedication, not to Cantor Meisner or your family, but to us at Holy Blossom. We have benefited from your 41 years at Holy Blossom. Those contributions are significant. I know you will always be part of our community as Cantor Meisner becomes Cantor Emeritus. We look forward to many more contributions from you and to having you at Holy Blossom, because we are not only grateful, but we are better for it. So thank you. I look forward to raising my mimosa glass here as we hear the many toasts, and Mazel Tov.
Thank you, Avra. And now we have words from a dear friend and a representative of sisterhood, Jill Kamen.
Hope, although you have been ever present throughout my years at Holy Blossom, at services, temple gatherings, sisterhood Hanukkah parties and events, it's really in this past year that I've had the opportunity to get to know you as you have worked with sisterhood as we develop our vision for the future of our new and beautiful Judaica shop. Your devotion to the shop and its place within temple is strong, as is your commitment to sharing your understanding and love of the Judaica we offer for sale. It was a lot of fun getting together in Israel to shop and be introduced by you to some of our Judaica shop suppliers. As we work together, we feel your love of Judaism, Holy Blossom, and Israel, and look forward to continuing together as volunteers in the years to come. I would like to thank Mary Selden, Karen Abels, Rabbi Splansky, and Deanna Levy for working together in planning this event. Once the plan program is done, there will be an opportunity for anyone who would like to say a few words to Hope. If you would like to speak, please write your name in the chat, send it privately to Karen Abels so that she can call upon you. As Denise Gordon wrote in her wonderful article about Hope in last week's Life at Holy Blossom, this is our opportunity as the Holy Blossom community to sing Hope Meisner's praises. Hope, may you continue to go from strength to strength.
Thank you, Jill.
Amen. And now this is going to be some fun, a few presentations from the Meisner family.
Mazal Tov. We are so proud of both you and Abba. But let's be clear. Today is about you, Mom. Over 41 years of service to your community, to Holy Blossom, to the Jewish community. It's really something quite amazing. For all those years, you quietly shared your husband and family with the community, while in your own way supporting those around you through your involvement with charities, your work with the sisterhood, and by opening your home and your heart to the entire congregation.
The Torah tells us that the woman is entrusted with the responsibility of maintaining 3 mitzvot central to the Jewish home: kashrut, Shabbat, and the spirituality of the family. Without her, there is no home, no family, and no Jewish people. Women set the tone for love, spirituality, and personal growth for all of those around them. To know them is to appreciate their strength and talents. The acknowledgement of this fact is best seen in the ritual of singing Ancient Chayil, a woman of valor, on Friday night. The words from the song are found in the book of Proverbs and are credited to King Solomon. As we sing the song together around your Shabbat table, its ancient words and timeless message remind us that the Ancient Chayil is the foundation of the Jewish home and therefore the Jewish people. Mami, you are certainly the foundation that holds us together. Stay hope. Your ever-present display of quiet inner strength has taught us more than you will ever know. We have watched you show up year after year, always there, always in the background, making sure that Abba can do what he does by ensuring that everything else in his life and ours ran smoothly.
Through your example, we learned that it really doesn't matter how one expresses their Judaism. It's about just showing up and being part of it, not just showing commitment to the ritual, but also to the community. From a young age, we learned from you how important it is to be part of a kehillah. We didn't know how to pray or about social action. We were too young. But through your example, we learned how to participate in synagogue life in a meaningful way. You showed us that when you are part of a community, you show up and you contribute. We grew to appreciate the significance of community, social action, and the importance of tefillah. You also showed us the importance of commitment and consistency. There may be different ways to observe, but what's truly important is committing to your own observance. Show up for Shabbat, so to speak. Make the rituals and the traditions you choose count, because you do them every week. You also taught us that Derech Eretz and Hachnasat Orchim are equally important to prayer and ritual. Prayer can be powerful, but a warm and welcoming smile, good food, and the attention to the little details can be just as impactful. Today, each of us celebrate our Judaism differently, but collectively, we are a whole extension of yours and Abba's expression of Judaism.
We are so excited for you to start this next phase of your life. Though we suspect not much will change for you directly, you will still make everyone feel welcome with a warm smile. Your door will remain open, and you will always be here to serve your community in as many ways as you can. Yishar koach, Mami. We love you. And now, we thought we should turn to the next generation to show their appreciation for you. Thank you, Safta.
Am I bringing up Rivka? No? Yes? Shira?
The kids. Huh?
The kids. Yes. Which screen is that? I'm sorry, I don't have a name to bring up live because this is the live part.
Kingdom, Canada.
So
No, do the video first and then the live.
Okay. 1 second.
The kids
He bosses me around too.
The kids, Deanna. It's the kids thing now.
The kids video.
Yeah.
Tell
Okay, here it is. 1 second.
Thanks, Deanna.
Too many pieces. Everybody hang in there. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
So
Sorry,
Deanna,
it took me a second to find it. I've got it now.
Great.
Thank you, Safta. We love you.
What a beautiful picture.
Where do we start? Safta, you're not only the strongest, but the most beautiful woman that we know. You're such an amazing role model for the younger generations and bring so much joy and happiness into our lives. We're so grateful to have you as our Safta.
The sisterhood. Thank you for making the sisterhood such an important part of so many people's lives. Your work with the gift shop and trips around the world are so special. Thank you for putting in so much effort and always working with the people around you to make Holy Blossom such an amazing place and what feels like a home to all of us.
Dear Safta, thank you for helping out with the synagogue so much and for being such a big part of the shul and contributing so much to the people of Holy Blossom. Thank you for always going above and beyond what is necessary. I could not think of anyone as devoted and loyal to the shul as you. I love you, Kaya.
Dear Safta, thank you so much for everything you do for us. I am grateful to have such an amazing Safta like you. You are inspiring, hardworking, generous, and I look up to you. I'm so proud of you and appreciate your contribution to Holy Blossom. I don't know what anyone would do without you. Love, Mia.
Hi, Safta. Thank you for contributing throughout the shul the past few years and also the sisterhood. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Dear Safta Hope, thank you for everything you do for me, our family, and the shul. You do so much for everyone, from making Shabbat dinner to volunteering to help with something for the shul. You run the gift shop, take us places, help Saba, buy us things, take care of us, and so much more. You are a super Safta. I think that everyone is very happy and thankful for you. Love, Liel.
Hi, Safta. I love you and I'm so proud of you. I love spending time with you.
Hi, my name is Eden, and today I will be talking about one of the most amazing Saftas in the world. Hope does so many things for us. She invites us for dinner, and when I am sick, she takes care of me. I most appreciate for all the hard work she puts into being a great Safta.
Mazel tov, Safta, we love you.
Mazel tov, Safta. We love you. Love you too.
So beautiful. And really. I think there are even a few tears on the screen now. Hope we see you reflected in each one of those beautiful grandchildren. They are so lucky to have you.
Oh yeah, Al, you shouldn't have said that. Now Karen's crying.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah, I know. And I know also how hard the separation is, the physical distancing. It was Benny's special birthday not too long ago, and Lindy and I went by to surprise him with a happy birthday song. And on the lawn were the three generations ringing circles around the tree. It was a beautiful sunshiny day, and that scene is just really an emblem of everything that you've built, Hope, everything that you've created for this beautiful Meisner family. So now we're going to turn to some friends. There's some special friends who would like to share their words of honor and tribute. First, Phyllis Wintrub. Phyllis, you need to unmute yourself.
Done. Okay. In the summer of 1979, our new cantor and his family began their life in Toronto. At the same time, my family was looking forward to our son Keith's upcoming bar mitzvah. So Keith and I got to meet Benny early in his cantorate, and we all got to meet Hope, Shira, Tal, and Rivka quite soon after. In fact, we shared their first Hanukkah in Toronto, the first of many Chagim that we celebrated together. Hope is always and has been always a devoted wife, mom, and savta, and dedicated to this synagogue and to the community. But for me, over those 41 years, I have known Hope best as my caring friend, surrogate sister, savvy traveling companion, and most important, my patient teacher. What stands out amongst the so many things Hope has taught me? Hope introduced me to Nenny's cookies, to sticky buns. She taught me how to butter a sheet of matzah without it breaking into a zillion pieces. Hope taught me about the city of Philadelphia many, many years before my daughter would end up living there. And Hope introduced me to bank machines. She was, for me, the first person to use this new technology, and she has easily mastered many others since then. But most important, she taught me the real joys of Shabbat. To be with the Meisners for Shabbat was a privilege. Wonderful dinners with homemade challah and punctuated with table songs and the laughter of children. We made memories, such as a very young Rivka standing on her chair, singing her adorable rendition of Goody Goody Good Shabbat. And we all watched in disbelief as my son James polished off a whole plateful of Hope's brownies. And after benching, ending with the Meisners' special family song. Hope, I am so lucky to have had you as my friend. I look forward to spending more time with you, especially for lunch. For as Clementine Churchill famously said upon her husband Winston's retirement, I married you for better or for worse, but not for lunch. Yasher koach, Hope, and thank you for being my friend. You need to get me some tissues.
Thank you, Phyllis. Beautiful. And the next friend who will share her words of tribute is Ruth Ellen Greenwood.
Dear Hope, I am very pleased and honored as your friend to say a few words as we pay tribute to you today. Now, where should I begin? You have been the firm, steady, and loving support behind Benny, our beloved cantor, so that he can do all the wonderful things he does at services and for our congregation. You have made the Judaica shop a spectacular success by supervising the purchase of merchandise, arranging beautiful displays, and enabling the volunteers to carry out sales to the satisfaction of everyone. As a mother, you offer unconditional love and support to your children, and to your grandchildren, you are super savta, picking them up, bringing snacks, and taking them to their many activities. Did you know that each of the Meisner grandchildren gets to choose the menu, the cake, and the kind of celebration for his or her birthday, and all of it arranged and prepared by Savta Hope? And along with all of this, you are an amazing friend, offering advice, providing information, and being company at all the events and activities we have enjoyed together. When I look back over the years, here's what I remember, and not necessarily in chronological order. On one of the choir trips to Israel, you recommended not unpacking in the Hebrew U dorms. Instead, you said to keep everything in the suitcase and the suitcase closed at all times. Why? To keep out the jukim, otherwise known as cockroaches, and there were many large ones around. Another time, you realized that as the mother of 4 boys, I would never have the opportunity to go shopping for a prom dress. And so you very kindly invited me to go with you and Rivka to find that very special dress to wear for her school prom. Since Rivka's daughter is now in that age range, you know how long ago this event was. And I have never forgotten the joy and pleasure I experienced from it. You have made me an honorary member of your family so that I can sit with you at services, and I am so grateful for your company. And then there were all the visits and get-togethers at your house, at our cottage. We've been friends for so long that it is impossible not to mention Benny and Shelley as well. I remember being at the cottage when Benny announced that since you and I had done all the work preparing dinner, he and Shelley would wash the dishes. And they did. One of my favorite pictures is the two of them at the kitchen sink together. And through all these 40+ years, you have been quietly and calmly contributing to the synagogue and the congregation. You answer questions, provide information, give explanations, and put in the right comment at just the right time, always positive and never negative. Thank you for being who you are and doing what you do. Mazel tov, yasher koach, l'chaim. We love you.
Anyone who's known a friendship for 40+ years is a lucky person. One more friend to share her words of tribute is Gail Bachnick.
Hi, Hope. It's interesting that the beginning part of this tribute was a little bit confusing, which is sort of the way our lives have been. The reality of today is actually, to me, making this a little more personal for you. We're not going to go into some of the stuff, but we've known you and Benny since you arrived, like Phyllis and Jory's bar mitzvah, when I said that he didn't have to be nervous because the cantor's pants were shaking so badly, he was nervous enough for everybody. But we've been with you all these years. We've been traveling together. We've traveled as far as Muskoka. We've traveled as far as Israel. We've traveled to Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam, and Thailand. We have seen snakes in bottles full of alcohol. We have slept in interesting places, like on a very nice train berth, a not so nice train when we heard Benny yelling from the other car. We have slept on the floor of a homestay in Laos, and we've watched as everyone has danced around, all the children have danced around in a foreign country, singing the same songs our kids sing here. Through it all, Hope, you've always maintained a sense of grace and dignity and quiet. And even though there's been occasional eye rolls, maybe more than one, you've never lost that sense of direction. You've never changed from the Hope we met so many years ago. You've never lost who you are. No one has ever been able to take that away from you. You've weathered, as we all have, triumphs. We've weathered illnesses of our spouses, our parents, our children, divorces, marriages, births, wonderful things and sometimes not so wonderful things. And through it all, Hope, you have never, ever changed. You've always been and always will be, as your daughter said, a woman of valor. You are the ultimate balabusta. There is no one like you. The word in the dictionary has your picture above it, so we all know who it means and what it is. You're a friend to everyone and a source of strength, as everyone has said to many people. And for everyone else, she really does deserve the Victoria Cross, as my mother would have said, for bravery above and beyond the call of duty. Hope, we don't know where you're going to wind up. Hopefully you're going to stay here and travel and come back as your base is Toronto. But whatever the next adventure is, whatever you see, that wherever you go, wherever it takes you, please always remember that your other family of friends and associates and people who love you will always be here for you, no matter what happens, where it goes. Just remember, Muskoka may not be in our future, but the rest of it is. So, Mazel Tov, congratulations for tributes well earned and well deserved.
Thank you, Gail. So we've heard from 3 friends. I know there are many more on the screen today, and there will be a chance at the end of our formal prepared program for anyone who might like to say some words of thanks and honoring for Hope. So we have one more video from the cousins. I think Deanna has that queued up and ready to share.
Dearest Hope, first of all, we want to say that we love you very much, and we thank you for all the attention all over the years, the love and compassion that you brought to my family. Thank you for entertaining us a few years ago for a whole month and taking us around, and we visited a lot of places, and it was a fabulous trip. So thank you for that. We wish you all a pleasant retirement. You deserve it. So be happy, have a lot of fun in your new air, and we hope to see you soon in Israel. Love you very much, Michal and the kids. Bye-bye.
All the way from Israel. And I can see from the chat box, we also have people from all over the planet gathering around you, Hope, today. So to bring us home, we will hear from none other than Hechazan Binyamin, from Cantor Benny Meisner himself, who's going to raise a glass. If anyone has a glass or a coffee cup or teacup nearby, get that ready. And it will be our pleasure to raise our glasses with you. Benny, the microphone is yours.
אשת חיים נמצא ורחוק מפנינים מכרע, בתחבל לב בעלה ושלל לא יחסר. A woman of valor who can find, far beyond pearls is her value. בתחבל לב בעלה ושלל לא יחסר. A husband's heart relies on her, and he shall lack no fortune. Don't worry, I'm not going to sing the whole thing, because Friday night I did the whole thing. She replays his good, but never his harm, all the days of her life. Most important, פיה פתחה בחוכמה ותורת לחם על לשונה. She opens her mouth with wisdom, and lessons of kindness is her tongue. כמו בניה וישרוה, בעלה ויהללה. Many daughters have amassed achievement, but you, Alit al Kulana, you have surpassed them all. From what we heard, Hope, I can't add too much because they took all the words from me, except Yad Yemini, you're my right hand. I'm your biggest fan, even if moments of frustration. Ezra Kenegdo, your supporter, a helper. Most important, you are my matzpen, which is the equilibrium campus. Always calm, always calms. You always calm me down. You always make sense with your rational and healthy, positive attitude, like a solid rock. You're also our financial minister. Without you, I would have been lost, and everybody knows it. You always take care of me, physically and emotionally. You're a super savta and a great mother. And I will conclude with this, because Rabbi Helfman, who I adore with together with Zach Goodman and Rabbi Splensky, of course. On Friday night, he said, Kenton Meisner is honored to be your husband. Indeed, you were hope, my tikva, you are my tikva, v'tihiyeh tikva, and you will be my tikva to the end of my days. And so we all raise a cup of champagne. You realize I'm not emotional at all because my hands are shaking. Let's raise a toast to my beautiful, incredible, lovely wife, which I adore with every cell of my being. L'chaim.
L'chaim.
Mazel tov and simrim tov, no? Okay.
We did it already once.
Again.
We did it already.
Beautiful. To hope. I like the sound of that. To hope, to tikva. And thank you, Benny, for sharing personal words with the congregation. That isn't easy to do, but you've lit up our morning. So Hope, is it true that you're going to say a few words too?
I am.
Excellent. I was hoping you would say so.
Okay. First of all, I would like to thank Yael for her beautiful davening. It was really a pleasure to listen to you. And Benny kept, saying, "Oh my goodness, she's got it. She's got it." It was lovely. Thank you. Thank you. And for the sisterhood and then the temple for this honor. And for the beautiful words from my children and my grandchildren. Love you, Eden. I'm wearing the necklace. And for everybody who joined in, a special shout out for Wendy Block out there with Jim Prosnett. And I did see you guys, and everybody's kind words and all the messages that have been coming through. But I have to say one negative thing, okay? Everybody says I never say negative things, but I just want my children and my husband to remember that I'm not perfect. Remember the hoagies in the car on the road trip. Okay? Private joke. Maybe some of my closest friends know the answer, but just so you all should know that I'm not perfect. I'm really not. And again, thank you everybody for sharing this with us and making a difficult celebration a perfect celebration. Thank you all. Thank you.
Well said.
And now I'll drink my champagne.
L'chaim. Thank you, Hope. And a special thanks to Jill Kamen and to Karen Abels and to Deanna Levy, who have pulled this all together, and Mary Selden also, a labor of love for all of us, I know. And so I think Karen is now going to be our MC, and the best thing to do is to go to gallery view, and if anyone has any words that he or she might like to say, you just put your hand up like this, and then Karen will call on you, and this is a chance for spontaneous words. But first, Karen's going to kick it off.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to everyone for joining us and helping us celebrate. We have a few names that have been coming up in terms of your name on chat because I can't see everybody on the gallery view. So if you want to turn, just let me know that way. To start off, I wanted to ask, the Meisner children wanted to do something live. Do they still want the opportunity?
The kids.
The kids. Yes? No?
I think we're good.
You're good? Okay.
L'chaim to our mom again live. Can you hear us?
Yep.
L'chaim to our mother and our father and all of you. Thank you for making this happen. We appreciate appreciate it, and you know, just want to be together. We're giving you a big hug, Imanava, and l'chaim to everyone. Savta, Mazel tov.
Mazel tov.
Thanks. Corinne?
Hi, Hope. Hope, we've gotten to know each other a little bit more over the last couple of years through the Judaica shop. And I must say that over the years, I used to walk by on Sundays as I was picking my son up, Liam, at Hebrew school. And I always saw you and Penina working at the back in the closet area at the old Judaica shop, and was always a little, you know, intimidated by your both of your work. And I was always afraid to kind of like get involved. But I know that through getting to know you, I've actually started to volunteer at the Judaica shop, and just I'm very proud to be there, proud of the items that are there and the work that you and your committee and the work that Jill and our sisterhood is doing on a regular basis. And we really do appreciate you, and we love you, and we wish all the best for you. And you're always, always welcome into our Judaica shop anytime, bringing lovely gifts and looking out for us, and we appreciate you. So thank you and Mazel tov.
Thank you.
Jan Simonsky?
Well, I had no idea to learn the workings of the Judaica shop was like the workings of a fine Swiss made watch. Hope, you've taught me so much of how to choose what to purchase, what works, what doesn't, what colors that would work, what wouldn't, and how to display, and so much more. You showed me how special the Judaica shop is as a place of gathering, and how to make it a big success. Something to be so proud of and to feel like part of. Thank you, Hope, for your wisdom, for your guidance, for your patience, and showing me a way of tradition, Judaica, and meaning. I'll miss you, so don't be far. Thank you, and Mazel tov and Yasher Koach.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov to you.
Okay.
Wendy Block and Jim Prosnett? Rabbi?
It's great to be with you and to see a lot of familiar faces. It's you know, Penny and I have gotten old over the years, but Wendy and Hope have really stayed the exact same. Hope you've seen a lot of associates and assistants come and go over the 40 years. We were honored to be a part of that in some of the earlier years, and really have such strong affection for both of you, and hope that you move into these years, Benny and Hope, with really the blessings and all sorts of good things. It's wonderful to see your family too, and to know that life has turned out so well, and we wish you really, really the very best. It's nice to share this morning with you.
Thank you, Hope. You were always a role model to me, and it's really wonderful to be here to honor you today.
And when we moved back to the States, you took our cat
Mookie.
and took good care of him when we couldn't bring him back to New York. So thank you on lots of levels.
Even though I'm allergic to cats.
No.
David and Karen Mock?
Hi, Hope and Benny and everyone from Muskoka. Hope, maybe you'll finally, after all these years, you'll get up here, because now we'll have more time together. Some of our fondest memories of raising our kids together way back in the day, baseball games, train rides to meet the boys and the men when they were skiing, so much to remember from the young congregants days and now. Oh, and of course, we can't forget that wonderful trip to Spain that you organized. Here's to many, many, many more wonderful years. Yasher Koach, Mazel Tov. It's wonderful to share this morning.
Thank you.
Are you going to say anything?
Thank you.
Anyone else? Marty?
Uh-oh.
You're still muted.
You're muted.
Okay.
Hope, you know how much Rachel and I love you, in spite of Benny.
I knew it. I knew it. Oops.
You, Hope, are an example of what it's like for the wife of a chazan to have the patience, the ability to put up with narishkeit like we can throw out. We are all moody. We rely, though, on our wives to tell us whether the sound is good, whether we were on key. And Hope, you are an amazing woman. Through all of the years that you have spent in such a large congregation, to have the love that you have been shown by your congregants and clergy, both present and past, is something to be said. Being Benny's wife is probably more difficult than any other normal cantor. Rachel and I want to bestow upon you the Medal of Honor. It is a large treble clef. And Hope, believe us, you have shown us the way that a wife will be behind a cantor. And you are an example to all.
Beside, at least.
Quiet, you all. You are an example to all young clergy's spouses of what it's like to have the patience and love to put up with us all. Hope, Rachel and I love you so much, and thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thanks. Lindy?
Hope, I particularly want to thank you for being such a rock and for being Benny's rock and his compass. I thank you. And you are just such a steady support, strong. I always, you always struck me as the strong, silent type. You say what you need to say, and you are there, and you just show up, and you're there, keeping everything calm and under control. And I, for one, truly appreciate that. And I will never forget our trip to China. And you were such a great traveling buddy for Steve, who was kind of new to the whole system. And he coined the term Chazanitzin as the spouse of a husband. So anyway, I want to thank you for all the years of being exactly who you are and everything that you have brought. And I hope that the years ahead are just wonderful for you and Benny and your family, and that we'll see lots of you.
Ruchama?
Oh, finally, okay. First of all, I want to say that my connection with Hope is actually through Benny, but it's a gift for me to know you, Hope, and to see you and and learn from you a lot. I was in the same position that you are, and you was really doing a marvelous, marvelous job. It's my honor to be your friend. Benny mentioned before that you are Ezer Kenegdo, and I just wanted to say what Rashi says about it. Rashi said, Zacha Ezer, Lo Zacha Kenegdo. And you, Benny, Zachita. You really granted the right to be her husband. Okay, Mazal Tov.
Rabbi Goodman?
So we'll keep it short, but in the year that we've known you, Hope and Benny, your Shabbat table has become a part of our feeling of home here. And to be amongst your family and to laugh with them has been one of our greatest joys. And I know just even Zooming last week and seeing your faces made us smile, and seeing the love that you've brought to this congregation and the gentle hand in which you've corrected things, including me. I can't tell you how much it is just something to aspire to, and how much respect and kavod we have for both of you. And I think the rabbi would also like to speak.
We've just learned, right? That, she's already modeled, right? That we call on me and Katie will speak. It speaks to Hope. I was going to say almost exactly what she was going to say. To be at your Shabbat dinner table is really to know you and your family. And after our very first Shabbat that we spent at your house, you were gathering our jackets and we were headed to the door, and you said to us, like, now you're family. And it has felt like that since that moment. It's really an honor to know you, and it's incredible. I've been speaking to a few people, and I've said this to you, Benny, as well, that when I look back many years from now, it will be a blessing to say that in my first year here in Holy Blossom and in the rabbinate, that we were honored to have you a part of it. So Mazel Tov, Yasher Koach. This has been a beautiful morning and a wonderful career for you in this congregation. L'chaim.
L'chaim.
I think we're going to stop the formal presentation right now and let people get to the UJA walk if they need to get there. I'm not sure, Deanna, can people still stay on and talk to Hope after? Okay. So I'm going to say thank you again for everyone. It was a marvelous reason to get together, and everyone wishes Hope the best now and always.
And there'll be more celebration on June 10th.
Deanna, I just want to say thank you for getting
Really?
Everything going and coming and everything.
Unbelievable. Deanna,
You're a treasure.
really.
Hi, Hope. Bye, Danny. We'll see you at the cottage. Bye.
Don't forget the new bottle of champagne on June the 10th.
Hope, as, you know, typically, you know, I kept raising my hand and I was ignored by Karen. Story of my life. I know the two of you at a different level, and I know that, frankly, you're not just his right hand, you're his left hand, his left leg, his right leg, and on and on. So I don't want to say shalom. I don't think it's about shalom. It's about litraot. And of course, we'll be seeing in June, and I'm sure we'll see you in many different ways at different times. And that's it. Take care. And sorry I interrupted, Marty. I couldn't help it. All right.
And Yael, especially to you, with everybody else, really, you outdid yourself. I mean, I'm going to publish your tribute to Hope. I'm going to edit it, but with your permission, of course.
Of course.
Mazel Tov, Hope. I just want to add my penny and a half. I want to wish you Mazel Tov and continued good work that you always have done. And I love you, and I really am grateful for your friendship.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you. I just want to do a shout out to my sisters who are in the States who are watching. And Ellen, now you can go to the horses.
Okay.
Nadavi and Eden, I see you.
נדב, אתה רוצה לשחק כדורגל?
Diana, are you recording the whole thing? And will we be able to read the comments also? Okay.
You'll get a full package from me. I took 3 screenshots, one for each page. I have to edit my chat because a lot of my messages will get in there, so that might take me a minute. And then I have a full recording for you. I'll have it all on a stick or a Dropbox, and I'll drop it off with Cantor, Meisner, and Hope.
Just one little note, don't forget, the other woman in my life is Nadia Adler for the last 30 years, not 52, 30 years. Shavuot morning. Okay, bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Diana, can we get up?
Mary Lynn.
Oh, Mary, oh, wait a minute, don't go away. I don't know how many women I have in my life, but Mary Lynn, it's been, how many years have you been with me? At least 25 or 30, no?
Twenty-two. The longest any assistant lasted.
That's right. You lasted the longest.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, El, and we'll see you very, very soon. With a big hug. Boy, I cannot imagine the hugs when we're allowed to. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Should we get off?
No.